Let's talk about Faith Odhiambo, the LSK president. Uh, she's not just any other person that you know. She has been fighting for the better good of Kenya, for the collective good of Kenyans, especially during the Gen Z movement. She has really created a name as a defender of the constitution and justice. So in this video, we want to go deep into her decision to join the compensation panel of victim of protest. I think she has been brought in as the vice chair to be the vice chair to uh, Professor Macau. So in this video, that's what we're going to see, the reaction from Kenyans, what we've seen over the last few days, and what I feel is the right thing. So I want to welcome you to this channel. Before we go far, we go deeper. This is the Hopkins Experience. In this channel, we do analysis of politics, we do about family, in general, I show and share my thoughts and experiences. So I want you to stick around as as I discuss about this issue about Faith Odhiambo. So many Kenyans have said that Faith Odhiambo has betrayed them by the fact that she has joined the compensation committee, the compensation, what is the name? The compensation panel of victim of protest. It's a significant position, mostly for the people of us who are in the protest. You know, in June, since 2023, many people have died in Kenya just because they were speaking, or yes, speaking for their rights and saying that the government is oppressing them. The taxes, the regime, the Ruto regime does not even listen to them. And due to the high cost of living and many other circumstances, people got out of their houses and went out to protest. And in response, the government, through President Ruto, responded brutally with guns, tear gas, and many people have lost their life. So the truth of the matter is, these people need to be compensated by the government for the loss of lives. The problem comes in when LSK president Faith Odhiambo comes in and joins the compensation panel of victims. It's the panel is tasked. So Faith Odhiambo accepted that appointment, and she was sworn in yesterday on 4th of September. For many of us young people, it's really heartbreaking. And I feel it. I get why the young people are broken that Faith Odhiambo is joining the panel of experts. So, seeing her defend the families of those who lost their lives and securing the release of some of the victims, or some of the victims of police of arrests from the protests. She really came up as somebody who really loves this country, who is focused, and I can bet that is the best LSK president we've had in the recent past. More so, she's a lady, and if you've seen her, she has that aura, that lady that the Kenyan government, or the back government educated, the empowered woman, can be seen through Faith Odhiambo. So seeing her get this point, I get why people are disappointed in her, because this is the same regime that killed the young people. So herself, Faith has said she has not betrayed our. She will not betray our trust. She has not betrayed our trust, and she's there to make sure that there is accountability, the victims are identified, the families are found, and money is put on the lives. Like the government has killed us, now it's time for them to give us money. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense that, and the compensation is going to come from these people. Are not going to pay the police who are shooting these people and who are killing these young men over the last let's say the last 2 years. None of them has been arrested. Yeah. So we want to give the families money, but we do not give them justice. But what is the cost of a life? Yeah. So that's why people uh, are mad. How will faith quantify a life and say Hopkins' life is cost this much, Rex Masai's life cost this much, you know, Chega's life cost this much? It's I feel disappointed, yes, but I feel also safe knowing that faith is there, knowing that I don't even know the rest of the people who are there. I just know Macau and faith in that human right. Hedgetson, or what is his name? Yes, but the only people I know and the only people who are on the panel. So on that panel, I only trust two people: Faith and I think it's Hudson or somebody. I'll get the spelling right of the name. But as even even if you're this mad, even if you're this angry at her, we should know that this is how we can gauge her when she's given these opportunities to get into government, to get into these positions that are crucial. The panel of experts on compensation is not just a small post. The post that's going to determine so many things in future. The names of the people, uh, the price, the how we compensate people who have been shot by the police. So if you look at that panel, you will find that that panel has more than 10 people, I think. Huh? But of all these 10 people, the person we are concentrating on, even the whole country is concentrating on, is Faith Odhiambo. Yeah. All eyes are on her based on her performance. The expectations from Kenyans are too high for her. Her stands are too high. We never thought she can work for this government. But who is the government? It's us, yeah. Ni sisi who are the government. We're the one who who voted in this government. Funny enough. So anybody can work for this government and in their capacity. Whether they choose to work or not is their own problem. So her appointment is not though disappointing, but also understandable. She has to serve the country. So how she served the country is what really matters. When she gets into that position as the vice chair, having a very critical position on the panel of expert means she has more influence. And maybe if she hasn't changed or money hasn't exchanged hands, it might mean that uh, maybe we might have faith in faith. Yeah, she might actually deliver something that might be a roadmap on how to compensate people. It's good to compensate. It's good to it's good practice that the excesses of government has to be checked. And only not that, as we are compensating these people, what accountability mechanism do we have for the police? Because these people are killed by the police. For these police, who killed and caused mourning, caused losses of life to families. Now, many families are now disrupted just because of a bullet, and they're killed by the government bullet, a bullet that has been funded by the government. So it's mixed feelings to see her. And funny enough, this is not the first time. It's she seems to be the person that Ruto is really interested in, because this is not the first person, the first time she's being appointed in such kind of uh, panels and commissions. Because if you see, uh, some months back, she was put in as what was the it was a committee to do debt audit. The president put together a group of people to come together and try to audit the 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 Kenyan debt. So at that point, that first instance where the president tried to approach her with that offer, she declined. So I think most Kenyans believe that she would decline this position and be on our side. It's difficult to know because we have seen many people have joined this government in very funny moments and positions, including Kasmuel, who joined this government. You can see how they affected him. They infected him with incompetence. They infected him with bad behavior. Because at some point, somebody like Kasmuel was speaking like Ruto, was speaking like Raila. So it doesn't make sense when we have suffered this much. Then somebody comes in, somebody who you thought was on your side comes in and changes completely. I think that's where the worry many Kenyans have, that maybe faith, yeah, maybe we are not really ready for a revolution, not really ready to change Kenya, because if Kasane can change, if Morara can change, then what makes uh, faith any different? But she has an opportunity to show Kenyans that they're actually Kenyans who can work, and I know I have a little bit of faith in her that she's going to deliver. She's going to the families are going to at least get a voice on that panel. So and she's been very busy with families. I can understand her, because she said uh, her calls, her phone is constantly ringing. Her friends are being called on behalf. Her parents are being called. Her husband is being called. From families, they want justice for their sons and daughters who are killed. So it 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 puts him in a very awkward position. For the families, I think there's a point of relief that a person who has been fighting for them is now uh, is trying to help them uh, get at least a compensation and at least an inquiry to be opened on these cases. So it's a relief to them, and I get it. But for Kenyans, mostly for us who went to the streets, for us who miraculously our life was spared, we escaped from the excess of government and government bullet. We have a different opinion. Yeah, we have a different opinion, and that should be remain that, just a difference in opinion, not really bashing Nani. We don't know the why she made that decision to join the panel as the vice chair. So we will have to just sit down and wait and watch and see what and okay, not sit down completely, but be there, push her to see, make sure we doesn't lose her to the government. We don't lose her to Ruto, because the role she has played is way bigger, and she might play even a bigger role in the coming election, in the coming years. So if she goes there with our spirit and not to be bowed down, not to bow down to this pressure, maybe we might have something. So all hope is not lost. That's what I know. All hope is not lost in faith. We hope she really does a good job and the families get justice. So what does this mean for the Gen Zs of Kenya? What does faith joining the government, not joining the government, being on this panel really means? This is really a test to test whether we can fight for justice from inside using the government apparatus, because we've been on the streets and things have not really gone the way we want. So it's for us Gen Zs, it's is a test whether we can get justice from in, yeah, from inside. And for Faith, this is really a defining moment for her. It's a huge platform to see whether we can get real accountability and transparency over these issues. Yeah, she has to prove that she can fight from within. Yeah, if she succeeds, it will be good. We should pray that she succeeds in her position and in her role. Yeah, if she fails, then it will be really putting our morale down, because we've really fought to see a government that respects people, a government that is really concerned about the welfare of the people. So I wish her all the best. I don't know if she'll deliver. She has delivered before. If she won't deliver, she will deliver. They deliver really well for Kenya. And she know that it's about justice. Yeah. And the people have to be remembered in dignity. Being by the fact that she was on the front line fighting for this country, it's high time that she knows it's no longer about her, it's about the country now. This now is no longer about LSK anymore. The way she was doing during the protest is another opportunity for us to see what she can do. And if she performs better, I want to assure you, if she performs better within these 2 years, well, within the time she has been given to serve in that panel, then her 2027 political stance will be really, she'll have an influence on the political landscape of 2027 onwards. Because if she can really prove to Kenya, and Kenyans are smart people, no matter how much they are criticizing her for things, nobody wishes for her to fail. This criticism are meant to make sure that she can deliver, she delivers, and she knows the expectations of Kenyans. It's not just another opportunity to eat, but it's an opportunity to deliver to Kenyans. In conclusion, it's an appointment that brings mixed reactions. She's a credible person. She's a person we can trust as Kenya. The courage, the legal mind she has, it's something to admire. And her promise, she has promised to resign if things don't go the way they should go. That means, for us, I hope she keeps her word. That's what I can say. I hope she keeps her word, and the blood of Gen Z does not get used for political gain. I hope justice get found for these victims, for the life that are lost, and for the families for those who are remaining behind with a lot of tears, just for fighting for the country. So that is my take on Faith Odhiambo's appointment. My name is Hopkins. It's been really nice to be back here. I'll be doing this more often. And I believe in making sure that there's justice in Kenya, there's good political environment for not only for business, but only for people, also for people to thrive. So it's been nice. I think we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.